Greetings, one and all. Hope you all doing great. It is Heart Awareness Month. That's right. February is Heart Awareness Month. Good to see you, Michael, Hawkeye, Rastaman, Danielle, More Power. Hope everybody's doing great. Well, as you know, heart disease is very serious. So you really have to watch the cholesterol. You have to watch all the extra fat. You have to work out, exercise, stay in shape. Because it's very serious. It's really not a joke. It's not a joke at all. It's very serious. Check it out. What is cardiovascular disease? Heart disease. Heart and blood vessel disease, also called heart disease, includes numerous problems, many of which are related to atherosclerosis. So atherosclerosis is a condition that develops when a substance called plaque builds up in the walls of the arteries. This buildup narrows the arteries, making it harder for blood to flow through. If a blood clot forms, it can block the blood flow. This can cause a heart attack or a stroke. Heart attack. A heart attack occurs when the blood flow to a part of the heart is blocked by a blood clot. If this clot cuts off the blood flow completely, the part of the heart muscle supplied by the artery begins to die. Most people survive their first heart attack and return to their normal lives, enjoying many more productive years. But having a heart attack does mean that you need to make some changes. The medications and lifestyle changes that your heart care professional recommends may vary according to how badly your heart was damaged and to what degree of heart disease caused the heart attack. So, in other words, they want to know just how bad your situation was. That's going to determine the treatment, the medicine, probably the doses of the medicine, probably even how long you would have to take the medicine, and probably what the medicine is. A stroke, an ischemic stroke, which is the most common type of stroke, occurs when the blood vessel that feeds the brain gets blocked, usually from a blood clot. When the blood supply to a part of the brain is cut off, some brain cells will begin to die. This can result in the loss of functions controlled by the part of the brain, such as walking and talking. A, hemorrh- a hemorrhagic stroke, which is your hemorrhaging, occurs when a blood vessel within the brain bursts. This is most often caused by uncontrolled high blood pressure. So, see, if you don't take care of your blood pressure, a blood vessel actually bursts in your brain. Some effects of stroke are permanent if too many brain cells die after being starved of oxygen. These cells are never replaced. Wow. The good news is that sometimes brain cells don't die during the stroke. Instead, the damage is temporary. Over time, as injured cells repair themselves, previously impaired function improves. In other cases, undamaged brain cells nearby may take over the areas of the brain that were injured. Either way, strength may return, speech may get better, and memory may improve. This recovery process is what called stroke call this recovery process is what stroke rehabilitation is all about. So they basically make you go through rehabilitation to try to see how much function you can get back. Now then you got heart failure. Heart failure, sometimes called congestive heart failure, means the heart isn't pumping blood as well as it should. Heart failure does not mean that the heart stops beating. That's a common misperception. Instead, the heart keeps working, but the body's need for blood and oxygen isn't being met. Heart failure can get worse if left untreated. If your loved one has heart failure, it's very important to follow their healthcare professional's treatment plan. Arrhythmia refers to an abnormal heart rhythm. There are various types of arrhythmias. The heart can beat too slow, too fast, or irregular. Bradycardia, or a heart rate that's too slow, is when the heart rate is less than 60 beats per minute. Tachycardia, or a heart rate that's too fast, refers to a heart rate of more than 100 beats per minute. Any arrhythmia can affect how well your heart works. With an irregular heartbeat, your heart may not be able to pump enough blood to meet your body's needs. Then you can have heart valve problems. Heart valve problems when the heart valve don't open enough to allow the blood to flow through as it should. A condition called stenosis results. When the heart valves don't close properly, so when they don't close properly and thus allow blood to leak through, it's called regurgitation. Oh, wow, regurgitating. That's interesting. Let me read that again. When the heart valves don't close properly, and thus allow blood to leak through, it's called regurgitation. So that's kind of like how we regurgitate. The blood does the same thing. If the valve leaflets bulge or prolapse, wow, back into the upper chamber, it's a condition called prolapse. That's not good. And see, that's a lot. That's a lot, all because people don't take care of themselves. That's a lot. So February is definitely Heart Disease Awareness Month. We'll talk about it a few times before the month is over. Try to encourage some of you to do better and try to encourage you to encourage some of your relatives to do better. Heart disease causes 1 in every 5 deaths in the United States. So out of every 5 deaths, 1 of them is from heart disease. That's serious. Like, think about it, cancer and car accidents and all that. And it's right there with the best of them. Someone in the United States dies from cardiovascular disease every 34 seconds. Are you kidding me? That means we've been here 12 minutes. That means 24, 25 people done died. That's absolutely, that's a lot. I had no idea what I was going to be reading when I came over here, and I'm a little shocked. Every 34 seconds. In the United States alone, somebody dies from cardiovascular disease. That's a lot of people. That means if I'm over here for an hour, that's 120 people that passed away. That's unbelievable. Nearly half of all Americans live with some form of cardiovascular disease. That's just wild. That's just wild. But you can see it when you see them walking and you see how they living and all the alcohol they drinking and cigarettes they smoking and they don't work out. They're not really in shape like that. And you could see it, you know. You could see it. Heart disease or cardiovascular disease is an umbrella term that describes a wide range of conditions that affect the heart, some of which include blood vessel disease, such as coronary artery disease, irregular heartbeats called arrhythmias, heart conditions that you're born with called congenital heart defects, disease of the heart muscle, heart valve disease, and etc. It's more than that. Oh, that's good. Hawkeye says he's got his heart jumping right now, fresh off a workout. Excellent. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the U.S., but it impacts some communities disproportionately. However, many forms of heart disease can be prevented or treated with healthy lifestyle choices. Reduce your salt consumption, especially table salt, and get you some Celtic salt or something, just use a little bit. Eat a heart healthy meal, okay? Eat some food that's good for you. Quit smoking. Get quality sleep to reduce stress. Maintain a healthy weight. Work out, increase physical activity. Limit alcohol consumption. Know and control your heart health numbers. That's crazy, isn't it? The great Ross? Every 34 seconds. That's wow. So Americans, get it together, get it together. Black people experience 50 to 80% higher stroke rate. 50 to 80%. Common heart attack warning signs: pain or discomfort in the chest, lightheadedness, nausea and vomiting, jaw, neck, or back pain, discomfort or pain in arm or shoulder, and lastly, a shortness of breath. If you have any of these things, you need to be headed to the hospital just to be safe. Cardiovascular disease, the world's number one killer. Cardiovascular diseases are a group of disorders of the heart and blood vessels, commonly referred to as heart disease and stroke. So it's 20,000.5 million, 20.5 million, I mean. It's 20.5 million deaths every year from cardiovascular disease. 33% of all global deaths. So 1/3 of the people around the world, when they die every year, they die from cardiovascular disease. A third of all the people that die. That's crazy. 75% of cardiovascular disease deaths take place in low and middle income countries. Global causes of death. Cardiovascular disease, 20.5 billion. Cancer, 10 million. Oh, is that 20? That's 24.5 million. So cardiovascular disease, 20.5 million deaths globally. Cancer, 10 million deaths globally. Respiratory disease, 3.7 million globally. And HIV, 1 million globally. Risk factors for cardiovascular disease: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, overweight and obesity, air pollution, physical activity, unhealthy diet, diabetes, tobacco, kidney disease, harmful use of alcohol. Just basically self destruction. Although heart disease deaths have declined overall, foundational Black Americans are still more likely to die from heart disease and at younger ages than others. He wants to know, why would low income be a factor? Because low income people have a tendency to eat worse, to eat more cheaper food, to eat more junk food, to eat more potato chips and stuff like that and candy, because you can get it cheap. So when you usually go in Black communities where you know it's a little low income, you'll see the gas station is where a lot of people snack, and they just eat a whole lot of that stuff. They can get it cheap, so they'll like eat some type of chips or Cheetos or something and drink a soda to put something on their stomach to mask the fact that they're hungry. Because you can eat some potato chips and drink a soda and you won't be, you won't be really that hungry anymore. Now your body will still be starving for nutrition, but it'll be something on your stomach. And that was really supposed to just be in gas stations when you're traveling or whatever, just so you can get a little something you get home and eat. But a lot of times in poor neighborhoods, that really be lunch, sometime even dinner. For real. Sometimes that be lunch. I kid you not. So it's a sad situation. Like, that's why we try to encourage people over here to eat better. Like, you gotta really, take care of yourself. You really gotta eat right. You know what I'm saying? You can't really take it for no joke. You know, if you take it for a joke, you're going to pay. You know, you might not think it's that serious until it's too late. But it's serious, all right. It's real serious. And, you know, you don't want to find out the hard way. You know, go ahead and take that extra time and eat right and exercise. Put all them sodas down. Stop thinking you got to drink every Friday and Saturday night. Every time a basketball game come on or something, you looking for some type of way to get inebriated. The percentage of deaths caused by heart disease in 2021, black, foundational black Americans is up 22.6%. Whites is at 18%. Indigenous Americans at 15%. And Hispanic is at 11.9%, basically 12%. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the U.S. 941,652 Americans died from cardiovascular disease in 2022. 2,500 people per day. One person every 34 seconds. That's just crazy. 2,500 people a day die from something related to heart disease. 59% non-Hispanic black females and 58.9% non-Hispanic black males had some form of the disease between 2017 and 2020. So we just rampant with it. 47% have high blood pressure. 57% have type 2 diabetes and prediabetes. 72% have unhealthy weight. That's like, imagine you got 4 quarters and 3 of the quarters is overweight. That's crazy. And then 42% ain't overweight, they obesity. It is just crazy that they separate overweight from obesity, but if you put it together, that's a lot. I mean, that's more than 100%, so I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how they are they putting the obese in there with the unhealthy? I don't know. But I know what you can do to help. You can eat better. Beetroots, berries, avocados, beans, nuts and seeds and grains could help you out. Especially the nuts. The grains could be a little funny depending on which one. That could add weight. But the nuts will help you tremendously. You know, go vegan, eat right, get some berries and oranges and red and orange and yellow vegetables in your system, green leafy vegetables, some dark chocolate. Make sure it's not dairy. Get you some non-dairy dark chocolate, flax seeds and oatmeal. That's what you're going to have to do if you want to be healthy. You know, that's what you're going to have to do. Because if you ain't taking care of yourself, ain't nobody going to take care of you if you ain't taking care of yourself. I'm going to just tell you. You got to make it a priority. You got to. You got to make it a priority. So look, you know what it is. Eat right, take care of yourself, support the channel. Cash App or PayPal. And get in the gym and work out. Eat right, work out. Just don't sit around and wither away eating junk. Eat right. You know what I'm saying? And take care of yourself. Make sure you go check out the Body Sculpture Challenge. Start working out and posting your workout. And stay in shape. Until next time, victory and veganism.